Hi everyone, welcome to Lucilva's Cooking. My easy banana pudding recipe is just a little bit different than most and it's much better. And the difference is the fact that I prefer to use the cook and serve vanilla pudding mix instead of instant. And I cook it following the instructions on the back of the box. So I put 3 cups of whole milk in a medium-sized saucepan, but I don't turn the heat on yet. Then I add the pudding mix and stir. I prefer to incorporate the pudding mix into the milk first. I turn the heat on to medium and stir constantly until it thickens. It takes about 15 minutes. Instant pudding is often used because it's much quicker, but since I made it with the cook and serve, I never went back. It's just a little bit more work, but it's worth it. It has a better consistency, a better flavor, and since it's warm, it sets the pudding quicker and brings the cookies to the right consistency. I've been making it like this for many years. I don't even remember the last time I made it with instant pudding. And I found out by mistake because I only had the cook and serve kind at home, so that's what I used and I'm glad I did. After the pudding thickens, remove it from the heat and immediately start assembling the banana pudding. Here I have a 2.5 quart casserole dish. I start the layers by spreading a little bit of warm pudding in the dish. A 1/4 cup is fine. I just like to make a pudding bed for the first layer of cookies. For this pudding, I prefer to use the regular size Nilla wafers. They have the minis too, and I used them in the past, but I like the regular ones better. I also prefer a smaller but taller dish because I like 2 thick layers of banana pudding. If you prefer a thinner, larger pudding, I suggest you use a 13 by 9 by 2 dish instead. I put a link in the description if you're interested in getting a couple of the 2.5 quart casserole dishes. And they're Pyrex, so it can go into the oven, microwave, and freezer. They hold the perfect amount of food and don't take a lot of space in the fridge like the 13 by 9 dish does. Now the bananas. I use 2 to 3 bananas total. It depends on their size, but you be the judge on how many bananas you want to use. After peeling them, I remove the strings. They're like tomato seeds to me. They have no place in my recipes. Now I add half of the vanilla pudding that's in the pan, but at this point, it's probably set and thick on top, so just add a little more milk to it and whisk to combine. And if you have to, heat it up just a little bit more while whisking. It's important for the pudding to be hot or warm before it goes on the cookies and bananas. Add another layer of cookies and the rest of the bananas, but save some cookies for the top at the end. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a like. It tells YouTube to recommend it to more people and it doesn't cost a thing. Add the rest of the pudding and try to spread it evenly the best you can. I placed a few cookies in a little zipper bag and crushed them with a meat mallet. A rolling pin works too. This is totally optional. Since the pudding went on hot, I let it sit on the counter uncovered until it cools completely. If you don't want to add whipped cream or crushed cookies on top, you may cover the dish with cling wrap or foil, but still leave it on the counter and let the warm pudding do its job. It's going to condensate a little, but it's okay. Or you can just leave it uncovered. Either way, it's important to let the pudding cool outside of the fridge. After it cools, place it in the fridge for 30 minutes. I am using Cool Whip here because I like its flavor, but if you prefer to make your own, that's great. I'm okay with this shortcut though. Now that the pudding has cooled a little bit, I spread some whipped cream over the top. I use 4 ounces of it, which is half of the tub. Sprinkle the crushed cookies on it. 4 or 5 cookies are more than enough. And that's it. It's ready to be enjoyed. This pudding is so much tastier this way. I make it for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and my family devours it every time. It's still a quick, easy, delicious dessert. So worth the little extra time. I hope you like the way I make this banana pudding, and stay tuned because I'll be posting one with chocolate soon. If you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified when I post more awesome recipe videos like this one. I hope you and your family try this banana pudding and love it just like we do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.